Good morning, everybody. Brett Ellis here, inspiring leadership growth. I want to share some fairly exciting stuff with you this morning, and that is the power of vision. Now, we all know what vision is. Vision is a dynamic picture that we might have for the future. In other words, seeing something ahead of time before it's even happened, but we paint that picture in our mind's eye, and hopefully we can capture it with emotion in our hearts. And it can be something that drives us forward, something that motivates us to do the hard stuff because we really have this picture of what we want in the future. Now, I speak from recent experience when I say that Isolde and I got married 10 days ago. Now, the exciting part of this story and how vision reflects on the points that I want to make right now is that even before we knew we wanted to be married, we started to paint a picture in our mind's eye as to what that wedding would look like. Well, at first it started as a small little wedding. We were going to stand on a piece of beach under an umbrella and say, "I do." Well, there's no such thing as a small wedding for a woman, as you know. And ultimately it progressed into a beautiful event, almost like a fairy tale. For those of you that were there, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. But it started with a vision. And even in the most difficult times, we had to write these things down as if we wanted them to be in a perfect way. Even though we were in the middle of COVID, money was tough. There was all sorts of incredible challenges. People couldn't travel. There were restrictions at every level. But we kept that vision alive by writing it down. We wrote it down in Technicolor. We wrote it down exactly like we wanted it to be. And we kept on reading that vision, so that even when things were really, really tough, we had something to refer to. So even though our emotion at the time, we might have been down, we might have been struggling with the how to, the why, which was of course the vision, and the fact that we want to be married in a very special way was always clear to us. So I just want to remind you quickly, once you have a vision, then there are three important things to do. First of all, we have to affirm this to ourselves, and we do that in three different ways. The way that we choose to say things, the way that we choose to see things, and then the action that we take. So three things. What do I continually want to say to myself? So the things that I choose to say on a daily basis, even when my belief is low, I reinforce my belief by saying, I'm excited about marrying the most beautiful girl in the world on a certain date. Secondly, I need to see pictures. And so I visualize in my head what it's going to be like standing on that day in that beautiful place getting married. And then thirdly, I take the small steps that will get me to those places. Small step like saving a little bit of money, designing a wedding invitation, Isolde designing her wedding dress. All of those little things. So I'm going to say them again. Once you have a vision of a dynamic place that you want to be in the future, it doesn't matter where you are right now. It really doesn't. Okay? As long as you can paint a picture of what you actually want in the future, write it down, fill it in with Technicolor if you can. And then on a daily basis, the conversations that you choose to have about that vision, the things that you choose to say to yourself, the things that you choose to see happening, and then take little steps of action in line with that vision. Guys, have a wonderful week. Cheers.